Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I stole that from John Oliver. My bad. This is Sex on the Edge. I'm Jen.
I'm Hendrick Scott.
I'm Jennifer Reeves. We are here to talk to you guys about sex. And so what you can look for in our show is sex advice, sex tips, bad advice.
Yes.
Actually, we're going to talk a lot about bad advice.
Tackling bad advice.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll go into different books that you can read, sexual positions, things like that. It's going to be pretty spicy.
Yeah,
I'm
excited.
I'm excited.
And then the other half, we have no idea. So we'll figure it out. Y'all let us know.
Yeah, if there's anything that you want to know, you can actually email us at sexontheedgewithjenandhen@gmail.com, and we will be sure to get to your questions as we go along.
Yeah. So what do we want to start off with?
What do I want to start off with? So we're both sex therapists. We work at Houston Relationship Therapists
Couples
together.
And sex therapists.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. Yes, yeah. That's big misconception is that we only see clients for sex, and that's not true. While a vast majority of clients do come in for sex, we also see relationship issues, anxiety, depression, all of the other stuff. We are trained therapists with a specialization and a certification in sex therapy.
So we have the good advice, not the crap advice that we find on the internet and from your next door neighbor or from your coworker who's been cheated on 17 times. We have better advice, I promise.
Yes. And we actually listen to the doctors, not just what, our favorite celebrity might say.
Yeah, that too. That's true.
They have lots of bad advice.
Okay,
so what is a sex therapist? Hendrix, how do you define a sex therapist?
I don't know. I just show up, man. I don't know. So we're marriage and family therapists. Yeah. So we're therapists first, but sex therapy is just a specialty degree. So like you're a doctor and then you get a specialty as like a heart surgeon. So we just have a specialty in sex. We just know more about it.
Right. Yeah, we do have to go through special training. So we have to be trained and we have to have a master's degree as a therapist. So we have to go through all of that. And then we have to do extra training and going into sex education, different types of sexual scenarios that you might see. Disabilities.
I just remembered the SARS. We have to go through SARS, sexual attitude readjustment.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
We have to talk very openly about our own personal.
Yeah, our own personal, but also like what biases we might have. Yes, like when I went through mine, like I had never fathomed working with disabilities.
Yeah.
Same. So people in like wheelchairs and things like that was something I had never even thought about working with before going to the SARS.
That was a big
and thing. I've actually seen somebody in a wheelchair. So it's been interesting. Like I definitely
we just have extra information. We have valid, educated, researched information about sex and not what it should look like. I hate when people should.
Yeah, it's not should, but how to healthy sex.
Yeah.
How to have a healthy sexual relationship with yourself, how to have healthy sexual relationship with one or more partners. Yeah.
So what are we not? If you walk up to us on the street and ask me these questions, I will ignore you. I'm just saying.
Hey, if I buy your time, do I get to see you naked?
Yeah, no, you do not. You don't get to see us naked ever.
No.
Ever.
No.
Ever.
No.
Oh my gosh. Like, wow.
No.
We're not hitting. We definitely don't want to have sex with your spouse or partner.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's
true. Clients do think that you're hitting on their partner.
Like, never in a million years.
No. I don't want your man. I don't want your woman. I'm sorry. Like, no. I got my own, and that's problematic.
Exactly.
I don't need that.
Oh my gosh. That we're sex workers.
Yeah. That we touch you. We're never gonna touch you. You're never gonna touch us.
Your hand.
Yeah. Well, I will. I'll shake hands once COVID is done. I haven't been since the COVID thing, which is kind of awkward for me because I'm a big handshaker. Like I grew up with that like professionalism,
Yeah.
So I shake hands. But yeah.
I've had people want to hug me, and like it's not that I don't want to hug. It's just I'm like, well, I don't know what you're coming at me hot with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've had clients that want to hug me. I won't hug male clients just because of that. I do want to keep that boundary. But I will hug, like, if one of my female clients is crying and she's like, can I just have a hug?
Oh, yeah, but that's rough.
I will.
Well, when you're talking about, like, the hard, the part that no one wants to ever talk about our job, which we're not going to now, but the trauma part, then there's hugs. Yeah, then there's, wow.
Yeah, and, I cry with my clients. Have you ever cried with any clients?
Oh man, they haven't gotten me yet. I've been stunned into shock of like, okay, we're gonna have to walk out of this together. We're gonna sit here. I'm crying on the inside.
I've cried happy tears. I've also cried sad tears. I cry.
Yeah.
But we're not. We don't touch you. Don't touch us. You won't touch each other in front of us. Like I'll usually make a joke and say something like, I might have you do something corny like hug it out or hold hands, but that's about it. Everything else is done in the privacy of your own home or your car. I don't care where, just not here.
Oh, pictures! I've had people show me pictures before.
Oh, don't do that.
Yes.
We don't want to see your genitalia.
No, we don't. We definitely never want to see genitalia. Okay.
We don't want to see the genitalia of your partner. If you're like trying to tell us like it's too big or too small, I don't want to see it.
It's also unconsensual. It's non-consenting.
Oh, that's a good word. Yeah.
You know, or
non-consenting.
Non-consensual.
Non-consensual.
But yeah. It's don't show us that.
So no touching.
We're not sexual surrogates.
So that's exactly what I was leading into. Sexual surrogacy is something that I think is there are some, if you look it up, there's some groups that will do it. It's still theoretically / technically illegal in most states because it is considered prostitution.
Yes.
There are ways that they've gotten around. So sexual surrogacy is a good point. Is a sexual surrogate is somebody who way back in the day would work with a sex therapist and a client, and they would be the ones that would be allowed to touch the clients and see each other. And sometimes it would border on, if not become full-fledged like prostitution, because they do get paid for their job.
It was mostly, you see, people have taken it and turned it into
this
dirty thing.
Yeah, and it's
really
not.
For,
it's
like,
really
virgins,
not.
Like 30-year-old virgins who just never knew how to.
People that have anxiety and struggle. Like sometimes they wouldn't even. It's not even about sex. Sometimes it is just about going on a date and having somebody walk them through. These are questions that you should ask on a date, or this is what it means when she leans in like this, or whatever the case may be. I don't think it's that bad. I do kind of wish sexual surrogacy was legal again.
Absolutely.
Not that I would not be and that's the distinction. There's a sexual surrogate and then there's a sex therapist. They work together with a client, but they are two separate things.
Because also with disability. So like sometimes the only person that will have sex with certain disabilities would be a sexual surrogate.
Right.
Because they would know how. Because sometimes it's different. You got to do different things, and like not all of us are privy on that.
Yeah, if they legalized it and did turn into something, I think they could really work on training sexual
legal in Canada,
surrogates.
I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
So go to Canada.
One point for the Canucks. Yeah.
Well, they've got Justin Trudeau, who's like sexy. So
okay.
That's a politician. We'll talk about politicians next week. We're going to talk about politicians that are hot and not next week. So stay tuned next time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're not sexual surrogates.
We're not sexual surrogates.
Okay, the one that I get a lot that I think you didn't, or whenever we talked about it previously.
Yes.
Remind me.
Yeah.
I get all you do all day is talk about blowjobs.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
It's like, why would people pay me money to come talk about blowjobs? I don't understand. It's an easy Google like fix.
Yeah, but now I have had clients that have come in and said, I need help in how to give a better blowjob.
Yes.
My partner's saying I don't give good blowjobs. And I do work on training. I coach them through that.
Yeah, we coach. Yeah, but like for some reason people just think that's all we're talking about all day. And it's like, wow, that is if your version of sex is just the blowjob, then come talk to us. Like it's so much broader.
Yeah. Well, but sex also isn't just penile to vaginal penetration or penile to anus penetration. Yeah. There is, I mean, you can have sex without any penetration whatsoever, in all honesty. Like, and it can be hot, erotic, fun. Where was I going with that when you brought up? The blowjobs. Yeah, so we do coach, and we actually in our office do have things like dildos and cock rings and things like that and dilators to show you how to use them. We won't actually use them. We'll just bring them out, show you, let you kind of get an understanding of what they are, but no use of them. They are clean. They've never been used, that kind of thing.
Oh, yes, and we have put condoms on bananas.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all did that in your...
No.
I was so excited. I took a picture and I was like, I'm actually putting a condom on a banana.
That's
I'm
funny.
so psyched.
That reminds me of the movie Never Been Kissed.
It did, yeah.
Yeah. Good one. Barrymore.
So also not taking our job seriously.
Oh yeah, I totally take my job seriously.
But people like think it's a whole other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People it's a real like. it's a real thing. I mean, people that come in to see us are often in distress about their relationship or their sex lives, and they really want to improve it, or they really want help. Like I mean, I have clients that cry because there's just that sex discrepancy between them and their partner, or they really wish that they liked sex and they don't, and they think they're broken.
Yeah.
Like, and that's my big thing. There's this really great TV show on Netflix called Sex Education.
Everyone's been. I got text
you
the
still
second
have
it came
not-
out. People were like, "Hendrix, you got to watch."
Have you
this.
watched it
Hendrix,
yet?
No, and I don't know why.
Dude,
Maybe it's because everyone told me to watch it.
watch it. It's really good. It's really good.
I need
There's
to.
a lot of really bad advice in there, but there's a lot of really good advice. Anyway, in the second season, the mom, who is the actual sex therapist, says, "Sex does not make you whole, so how on earth could you be broken?" And I love it.
I love it.
Love it.
I love
Sex
it.
does not make you whole, so how on earth could you be broken? You're not broken.
Yeah.
You're not broken. But yeah, so we want to improve your sex lives. We want to give you spicy tips. We want to improve your sex life with yourself. We do talk about masturbation and the health benefits of that.
Yeah. Like, if you can't have sex with yourself, it's going to be hard to have sex with another person.
Or to want somebody else to have sex with you.
Or multiple people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be into that.
Yeah.
What was another? Oh, that leads us into people think sex therapists are kinky as fuck.
They do.
They do.
There's
they do.
Yeah, our spouses get a lot of questions of like, oh, they're doing X. Okay.
Yeah. You're one lucky person.
Yeah.
And they are lucky because we're amazing.
Holla.
But whether we're kinky or not is completely individualized. Some sex therapists are kinky. Some are not into this kinky stuff. Some can be pretty vanilla, actually. It doesn't matter. They are typically, I will say, more open to being able to talk about it with other clients, and guiding you through if you want to have kink in your relationship, or open the doors up to things like polyamory or polysexuality. They can guide you through that. Yeah. Hopefully. But doesn't necessarily mean that they're into it.
Yes. Don't worry about if your sex therapist is kinky or some, has some like crazy sex life. What you need to worry about is if they're open and non-judgmental and you feel safe telling them.
Right.
Maybe the strangest thing you've ever told a stranger. We've heard some strange things. Like they're like, wow, I've never mentioned that ever to a single human being. And I'm like, thanks for telling me. Let's
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. I get a lot of like, I can't believe I just told you that. Because guess what therapists are usually really good at? Getting you to open up.
Oh, I was going to say keeping a straight face, but yeah.
Oh, I don't keep straight faces. Like, you read it. I'm a very transparent therapist. Other therapists aren't. But I'm not a judgmental one. So the look that's on my face is not ever judging you. Ever. It's just a, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, and honored. I feel honored when they open things up.
That's true.
So we've got about 1 minute left before the break.
Woo woo.
So what do we want to leave them with this one?
Well, what are we...
I was going to say, maybe on this break you can think about what is something you've never told anybody that you'd want to tell a therapist.
And also, if that includes murder, you can tell us that you murdered someone legally. We don't have to tell anyone. We just have to tell someone if you're going to. So
yeah, that's actually true, which is really weird. We're bound by privilege. It's called privilege. I just took a CEU course. It's called privilege.
Look at you. Keeping up on your stuff.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
Good. All right. We'll see you soon.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Welcome back to Sex on the Edge with Jen and Tin. This is our first show, so we already talked a little bit about what sex therapy is and some common misconceptions. Now we'd like to lead into... Oh, we did miss that.
I knew we missed the part. I knew we missed. See, that's why there's two of us.
This is why there's two of us.
Okay.
Two brains are sometimes better than one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you handle like when somebody finds out what your job is, or do you even tell people your job?
So I'm like more out than you are, like not in the club. I'm too old for the club. I'm mid-30s.
Yeah, but you are out in the community. You're yeah. I'm a homebody a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's what.
So people do approach me, and plus I have this look, so they're like they think I'm a bartender and they think I'm a hairdresser. Yeah. And then a makeup artist, and then the last thing that they think I am is a therapist, which works well for me. But depending on how you approach me, do you look like you need help? I will probably not tell you I'm a therapist. I'm definitely not going to say sex therapist at a bar, because I learned the hard way. Then somebody sits down, gets in between me and my friends, my family, my loved ones, and just starts going off, and it has ruined entire nights between me and my loved ones. And they get real pushy, real needy of like, help me now. And I'm like, whoa, I just met you, and don't draw me a diagram of your vagina, vulva, sorry. But you know, people get very like, but also like again, because I'm probably around like alcohol or.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I am a little bit more free. Like what's interesting is I've gone through a shift, because, you know, sex in the United States is still fairly taboo, even though you see it everywhere, even though it's in almost every TV show. You know, I mean, there's even porn of Marge Simpson. So, I mean, it's fine. Like, it's anything and everything you can turn it into. And
which we'll be watching after this.
I've watched it already. You have fun. She's at the kitchen sink. Like, Homer coming in from behind, y'all. Anyway, So I've gone through like a transition in my adulthood, I guess, young adult to adulthood, where I didn't want to tell people I wanted to be a sex therapist because I was afraid of how they would view me.
Or that you wanted to be one.
Yeah, this was before.
Right,
and then
back then
even, it was like, I mean, I was in my young 20s. It was, you know, and people didn't really know what it was.
Yeah.
People I think are starting to get a little bit of a handle on it, although they still, like, I know you didn't want to bring up this subject, but they still think of it primarily as sex addiction, which that'll be a topic we do address at some point on another show. So keep watching us, guys, if you want to learn about that. We're not talking about it today. But I've gone through that and like gone through different phases of like, do I tell people? Do I not tell people? I'll be honest.
Well, we're telling them now.
When I've been dating, or if I'm on a dating website, I don't say I'm a sex therapist. I will just say that I'm a therapist, and I have to be actually talking to and dating somebody for a little while before I actually say, okay, this is the kind of therapy that I
get
do.
Some wild ass DMs.
Yeah. I mean, I already.
It's already there.
Online dating. I think I'm. Anyway, so I don't do that. But if I am out and about and people are like, oh, what do you do? Or if I'm with my friends and like they introduce a friend that I've never met, chances are they already know.
Yeah.
Because most of them will be like, oh, this is Jen. And they'll say, oh, she's the sex therapist.
Yeah.
So they already know what I am. So I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it, actually. And so now I do just come out and say, except for in dating avenues, that I am a sex therapist. And if somebody's trying to ask me questions, I'll politely give them my card and say I'm $175 an hour. Come to my office and we can talk there.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, boundaries.
Yeah. Mine's less about being comfortable and more, the boundary part of if you get between me and my loved ones, then we're going to have a problem. If I'm by myself, like, and I really want to entertain like the idea of hearing whatever it is that you have
that is fun.
I mean, because we're not therapists because we're not nosy, you know, like, you know,
that's true. So, I want to know all about it.
I'm not trying to say I don't want to hear anything ever. I'm just saying within appropriate like limits and But yeah. Oh, but whenever I was in school, my whole entire program told me sex therapy wasn't real.
What?
Yeah.
You went to the same program I did.
No, not my undergrad.
Oh.
But loved my undergrad. Very clinical, very like psychological, clinical. Like they were prepping me for like research and a PhD and, you know, to go to Kinsey Institute and all that.
Yeah, wow.
Because they didn't understand that like we do what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My undergrad didn't do that. I went to Texas A&M. Whoop. But it's conservative as it was. You know what? My sex education class was actually really open. We actually had a transgendered person come into our sex education class, which you would not think of at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Like anywhere else that might be normal, but at Texas A&M,
well,
that
not
was
in 1985. You know, like.
Well, I didn't y'all, girl.
We're actually not that far apart in age. I'm just playing.
No, we are not. I was at A&M from 2000 to 2004. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, she's thrown me off now. Sure.
But yes, my community college, my sex, health ed, whatever class, human sexuality.
Human sexuality. That's the name of it. Yeah.
She let me teach a day, and I don't know who gave me a mic that day, but I went off and.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
When I was who gave me a mic right now, to be honest, but here we are.
When I was in grad school, I was a TA for one of my professors, Dr. Mary Short. She taught human sexuality for the undergrads at UH Clear Lake, and so I was a TA for that class. So I got to teach a couple classes, and the biggest feedback was that I was very opinionated on certain topics.
Well, here we are. We have our own show. Could tell our opinions all day long.
Yes, I was very opinionated about the sexually and gender diverse rights, all of that. And you know, maybe that was a little hard.
So what about your inbox?
My inbox.
I mean, I get some weird emails sometimes.
You know, that's all you. I think it's you. Because I don't like. I've gotten quote unquote weird clients or whatever you want to call them. Again, not judgmental, but like, you know,
inappropriate.
Emails.
You can tell they just don't know, and it's fine. But
no, I've gotten inappropriate phone calls. Like I've definitely been on the phone with a potential client who was totally masturbating while talking to me.
Yes.
And
that's a huge thing in sex therapy world. Our office manager, they're trained before they even go to our practice. They're like, we are a practice of sex therapists, and somebody might call and like get really raunchy with you, masturbate on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like,
yeah.
I don't.
Well, and I used to have like a Psychology Today ad, and so I'd have my phone number on there, so they would call me, and then I switched over to the main line. So now I don't get those phone calls because you only get my number if you become a client and you come a couple of sessions, and then you can text me then.
Same.
For scheduling issues, like I won't answer anything else. But and once I become clients, I've never had anybody text me anything or email me anything inappropriate.
Yeah.
So
I was waiting, and which I haven't heard anything yet from other sex therapists, but virtual, all the sex therapists were like, "Oh, holy crap."
Really?
Virtual.
I haven't had anybody either.
No, just the fear from us.
I did have that fear. I was totally worried about that.
I mean, not that I haven't seen things that I shouldn't see just because people adjust during their video sessions.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely had a woman that wasn't wearing any underwear.
They forget that they're wearing a thong and they get up.
Totally Sharon stoned my ass.
You did it?
No, I had a client that she, I mean, I don't think she did it on purpose, but she totally Sharon stoned me and did not have any underwear on as she like switched her legs over, and you moved, and I watched body movements, y'all.
Yeah, we have to watch body movements.
Y'all.
It's part of our job.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I just didn't, I bit my tongue. I didn't tell her anything. I did not want to embarrass her, but I was mortified.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I've seen, I guess because the person was hot, they were doing this, and, like, they were not wearing, and I was like, you have to put a bra on. Like, I don't know why I have to tell you this, but it's just, like, put your boobs back in your shirt. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I've had some where I was like, man, there's going to be a nip slip this session because they're just out. Yeah. Not for me. Other clients, I keep mine well protected. But no, so far I have not seen that, but I've seen Muff.
But see, I feel like this is like a global therapist thing where we were kind of hit with, like, I don't know what this is going to look like, and now we know. Yeah,
I was worried just because of some of the people that have had, like, the phone calls. I was worried about somebody, like, doing something on the video, and I haven't had anybody do that yet.
Luckily, like, we charge them and we have your card, so you're gonna have to pay a pretty penny to show us your penis. So
don't do it. Yeah, because then I will also charge you because it's non-consensual and it's illegal. So
then I'm calling the cops.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes, like I'm sorry. Yeah.
No one wants to see your pee-pee.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, somebody might, but not us.
Not us. Definitely not us.
No. But somebody will want to. I don't want to tell them no one wants to see their pee-pee. Someone will want to see their pee-pee.
Jen's right. Someone out in the world wants to see it, just not us.
Yeah, someone out there is thinking about you naked. I promise.
Even if it's just you.
Which I think, come on, they should do that. You should totally stand in front of the mirror and get comfortable with seeing yourself naked.
We tell our clients to do that
all the time. It is a homework assignment that we give.
Or just walk around naked.
Walk around naked. Get comfortable with your body. Love your body.
Yeah.
Because so many people, they get so, like, body issues is one of the top things that we see, I think.
Yeah.
Is people coming in, and how much that disrupts their sex life is they don't think that they're sexy, or they think they're too fat, or they think their one leg is shorter than the other, or there's something.
Aging.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrinkles, sags. You know.
Well, now we're just gonna depress our entire audience.
But they're beautiful.
We're all gonna get fat.
They're beautiful. We are all gonna get old. We're all. I mean.
Oh wait, no fat shaming. We're just gonna gain some weight, and we're gonna be fluffy and beautiful.
Fluffy and beautiful.
Yeah.
What's the most beautiful thing you can wear? A smile.
Oh my
but
God.
You know what? I hate when people tell me,
quote me on that. Do not quote me on that.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves when I'm like not in a good mood and I'm out and about, like not at work, but like out at the grocery store, and someone's like, "You should smile." I'm sorry.
No, I should not.
I will do whatever my face wants to do anyway.
I should not go to jail for assaulting you in the face. Get out of here.
Don't do that. You'll lose your license.
Yeah.
She's not going to do that, y'all.
I wouldn't.
She's just going to picture it in her head.
I would never. Okay, never. Is this another?
Yeah, we got about 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
But you know, so one of the things I'm gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna go for it, y'all. So it's the new year,
I'm hyped.
And when we come back, we are gonna talk a little bit about. I want to do the New Year thing. I think we can do the other one. We're gonna talk a little bit about New Year's. So speaking of New Year's, we're always about new do, new you.
Yes.
And y'all, if there is ever a time to have a new do for your pubes, this is it.
Yes.
Now's the time to work
Preach.
that airplane, what's that landing strip, the heart, whatever. Try something new.
Because we know you have lots of grown hair from there. Pandemic hair.
Pandemic hair.
Like,
your
now
hair
it's
down
time
there
to
needs a
get
cut
real
too.
And, you know, make it into a shape. New do, new you.
New do, new you for your pubes.
Yeah.
And on that note, we'll see you soon.
The Natural Nation Network is really about taking control of your health physically, spiritually, emotionally, even intellectually, because there's so much out there in misinformation. There's a lot of people now that are suffering from all sorts of diseases that they really wouldn't have to suffer for if they had better information. And that's what we're here to do. Provide information that can save lives.
The mind and the body are totally connected.
Health can be really serious, and you know, sometimes we just have to lighten it up a little bit while we're still providing substantive information.
And you know, my sort of mantra on the salsa dance floor is kind of similar. You know, I tell somebody, if you make a mistake twice, it becomes a move. Okay?
Tune into Natural Nation every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
And welcome back with Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, next segment. We don't know what kind of sex you had in 2020. It could have been really good. It could have been really bad.
Yeah.
It was all over the place.
I've had a mixed bag with that one.
With clients. Like, it was either they were, man, just telling me all about it, and I was like, congratulations, or it just went down south.
It went to, So, but 2021.
2021.
It's 2021 now. And while we are still in our, what is today? Day 11th? 11th. So we're in our 11th day trial period out of 14 days of 2021. And I think most of us want to send it back already.
Yes, we do.
But we can't. So here's how you can make your sex life better, according to Justin Lay Miller, who is a pretty well-known sex therapist in our world. Sexologist.
Researcher.
Yeah, he's pretty.
He's pretty big. Yeah.
He knows his stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
So, some advice that he has.
For your New Year's resolution for sex.
Yeah.
So a New Year's resolution, boring.
Yes.
You want a New Year's resolution for your sex life with yourself, with others.
And these are science-backed.
Yeah, and it goes along with new do, new you. So shave that muff into any delightful character you'd like, and then get to humping.
That's not one that he recommends. That's just our recommendation. But what he recommends is...
Or if you shaved it all, let it grow out. You know, just new do, new you.
God, no.
It's free.
Okay, fine. If you want to... Yeah. Okay, but number one, be more... I'm going to dive in here. We're going to get off pubes now.
We're going to go muff diving.
God.
Okay, listen, Mike.
Number one, be more vocal during sex. I don't think we're vocal's not a problem with us, but talking about with sex, research says that people who make the most noise in bed tend to be the most sexually satisfied.
Yes,
So,
I have heard that complaint from clients about their partner making zero noise, and they're like, "What am I doing? Do they like it? Do they?"
Right.
And then what we hear from the silent partner is generally, "I feel weird."
Yeah, I feel weird. I'm not comfortable. So, practice with that. I think there's a couple of good books out there. I'll get back to you on what they are.
Again,
but
we don't know
do research. There are some good books out there about like how to help you become more comfortable. Start with the things that are a little bit less risque, but even sexually, let that moan out, let that groan out, let the ooh baby come out.
Yeah,
like
practice with yourself first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when you're masturbating, moan.
Yes.
Who says you have to just make noise when you're working with partner?
Yeah.
Like let the
Yeah,
let those pleasure screams go.
Yeah, I really like that one. Way to go, Justin Lehmiller.
Yeah.
You're not joking.
No.
All right, number 2. I'll take this one. Experiment a little more with sex toys. I mean...
Yeah. And this goes for men as well as women. This is not just a female thing. This is an everybody thing. There are sex toys out there for everybody. Experiment with sex toys with yourself. Yes. Experiment with sex toys with partners. Bring them into the bedroom.
Yeah, and I know I believe we've talked about this because we've known each other many years now. Yeah. The pocket pussy, like we're pro. We're pro that for men. Like we actually really hate that for some reason it's a taboo for men to have sex toys. Like I don't really understand.
I don't know. Like
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean pocket pussies. Get it.
Like just have fun. But I have couples like they want to bring in sex toys, but then they won't because they're scared of their partner judging them.
So you know a good like if you're in a heterosexual relationship or even in a gay relationship, you can make a mold of your penis and give that to your partner.
Yeah, clone a willy.
It's like they're having sex with you still. Yeah. So maybe that's
Yes.
Maybe that's a good way to incorporate a sex toy into.
So clone a willy, but be careful. I have heard horror stories about the plaster getting stuck. Shave. Again, new you.
Okay.
It'll get stuck. It's a whole big thing, you know.
Wow.
But
it is. You do have to maintain an erection for quite some time.
Yes. So like your partner has to like dance around.
Yeah. Make sure. Yeah. Help them. Give them a helping hand while they're molding their cock for you.
Yes.
All right.
I think we've made a good case for that one.
I think so too. Yeah. I think that's a really good way.
I'm really into it.
Yeah, I like it. Number 3, do your Kegels. A lot of people think these are just for women. Men have Kegels too. You know, when you're making your penis bounce up and down, you're working your Kegels, guys. Yeah. And that. I'm sorry, but that makes me giggle. Anyway, but the thing to remember is that when you're working your Kegels, it's not just about contracting and holding. Cosmo for women has it wrong. It's just as important to work on the release because otherwise you can create tension and muscle spasm issues if you are just focusing on holding the Kegel tight instead of also focusing on the release. So you do want to make sure that you're doing it correctly.
Yes. It's just like when you're doing bicep curls. People will just be like, rah, 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 rah. It's like, no, you're supposed to go and then release slowly down.
Correct.
Yes. It's the same.
Correct. Same concept. Same concept. Same with the Kegels.
Yes.
Men have Kegels too.
Very sturdy
muscle
that we have.
Number 4.
4, remember that sex isn't just one thing. Sex is not just pee in the V.
No.
Peeing into the vene.
No.
Penis into the vagina.
No.
It's so much more than that.
It can go in the mouth. It can go in the armpit. You can have
you can do whatever you want.
sex.
Yeah.
Boobies. I mean, a lot, or you can have anal sex. I mean, I don't know why I forgot about that one. You can also just have a really good make-out grinding session. And guess what? That's sexual, too.
It's very sexual. Yeah.
Very.
I mean, it includes sex toys, includes appendages.
Mutual masturbation is a form of sex.
Yes. Ah, man, that's the one. That's the one everyone forgets.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5. Ooh, interesting. Watch how much you drink. Lots of people consume alcohol as an aphrodisiac, and alcohol can indeed stimulate sexual desire in small quantities. However, too much, and when you could be looking at consensual issues, because if you're too drunk to say no, you're also too drunk to say yes.
Yes.
You could be looking at yield, whiskey dick, so you may struggle to have an orgasm or even get an erection. Women may struggle to get lubricated or to even be able to function. I mean, and nobody wants to give a blowjob and vomit while they're. I mean, so
the dirty side. Of
dirty
sex.
side of
Yeah.
sex, drunk sex.
See, and we said we didn't talk about blowjobs all the time, but here we are talking about them for the 10th time today.
Well, they do happen.
But no, but drinking, I hear that one comes in a lot.
Yeah.
Because people drink to loosen up, and then you loosen up too much, and then things don't happen. Or they do happen, they're just not good.
Yeah, so work on drinking, knowing your limit so that it loosens you up a little bit, but not too much that you can't have fun.
Yeah. Oh, or people who have really only had sex drunk in general.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually have a whole process for that.
Yeah.
So,
a whole process to get a client out of that.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah, I don't immediately tell them, well, then stop drinking. I just have them trickle down. Okay, so you're only going to have sex while you're drinking. That's fine. We can keep doing that. But instead of mating till you're drunk, you're going to have a drink and 3/4 instead of 2 drinks.
Right.
You're gonna, and then you're going to do that for a little bit. And then you're going to have a drink and a half. And so you trickle it. I trickle it down. Because trying to go cold turkey with trying to say, like, I'm only uninhibited whenever I'm drunk can be really difficult.
Yeah, and also we're not drug and alcohol specialists.
No.
Yeah.
No. Number 6, let's get through these. Moving on. Number 6.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, it's you.
It's me. Okay. All right. That's legit. I'm sorry. I just read cuddling and started laughing. I don't know why. That was a knee-jerk reaction. I shouldn't. Yeah. I cuddle. I do cuddle. Okay. Instead of going to sleep after sex, try spooning or cuddling.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't.
Yeah. After sex affection, you know, redefine cuddling. If you're hot and sweaty, like sometimes you don't want to just like lay there and spoon.
Or if you have a partner who is really sweaty all the time and like a furnace, you don't want to touch them.
Yeah.
And that way, after it's hot.
And then some people also just like, nobody wants to keep the condom on, but what are you gonna do? Rip it off and then let it drip everywhere? Like, so some people like to go to the bathroom. So I get what they're saying, but come back, have a little bit of like after affection, as it's called, or after play. You may just hold hands or just kind of talk a little bit or giggle a little.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be just cuddling.
Spooning and cuddling. Yeah.
You can find ways to make it fit for you, so you're not just like, good night.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for
Bye,
your
Felicia.
shitty orgasm. You like show appreciation for what you and your partner have just created energetically.
Yeah, it's good. All right, number 7. Focus on quality. Nah, we were just kind of talking about that a little bit. Not quantity of sex. It's not actually about how often you're having sex. It's about how good the sex is. So the quality, not quantity. And then we're gonna hit one more before we take a break, I think.
How many minutes do we got?
We got 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
Touch each other more often. Oh my gosh, I tell my clients this all the time. They'll be like, we're not having sex. And I'll be like, well, how many times have you touched each other this week? And they'll be like, what do you mean?
And it doesn't have to be sexual touch, but little touches.
Touch on the back.
Kissing hello and goodbye.
Yes.
Or even like a hug. Like, I don't care if it's a kiss on the forehead or the cheek. Like, have that connection. And we do have time. Let's finish it out since we'll do this real quick. Touch more. Touch more. Number 9, try to be more in the moment when you have sex. Let's be honest, we can all go out of the moment. Men have a tendency, statistically, I know you hate it when I break it down from male to female, but statistically, men have a tendency to start thinking, keep it up, don't lose your erection, or please don't come yet. Women statistically have a tendency to be like, did I wash the dishes? I've got to pay that bill. Is he done yet? Whatever. That's how we can often lose in the moment, but we are all guilty of occasionally just not being in the moment. If you notice your partner, I say grab their face, like with both hands, that pulls them back in. If you notice it yourself, try and be more mindful of what's going on.
Okay, so that's good. We got like
last one.
Well, no, we got like a minute.
Yeah, okay. Last one.
Oh,
last one. Let's finish it out. Number 10.
Talk about your sexual fantasies. Hello, be open with your partner, and I'm sure we're gonna get into that a little bit.
Oh
more.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
Actually, that's next week. Sexual fantasies gets us into next week.
We do talk about sexual fantasies. So
we'll get into that in greater detail.
So those are some really good sex resolutions for you to have as we go into 2021. Yeah. And when we come back, we will talk a little bit. We'll have a few memes on bad sex and relationship advice is how we're gonna close out the show, y'all. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Carlin Charleston, Executive Director of Erase Races, and I want to take this time to invite you to an opportunity to change the world. Perhaps you're too busy and too preoccupied to help change the world, but please take the next 2 minutes to listen to how we plan to do it. The divisiveness and bitterness observed in our country today is not a coincidence of the current administration or any administration before. It is also not a product of a singular or multiple infractions by a zealous or racist police force. No, the race problem precedes the founding of our country. Our very history speaks in racial language, and most everything that happens in our society now carries with it racial baggage. It simply does not have to stay that way. The Erase Race campaign has only one objective: the unifying of all Americans, and that without regard to the color of their skin. This is a difficult challenge because of our history, but we can do it if we believe. If we believe that Martin Luther King Jr. was right when he said, "We are tied together in a single garment of destiny," we can do it. We can do it if we believe the founding principles upon which our country was built, that all men are created equal, we can do it. And if we believe that God did in fact make all nations of men from one man, and that we are all therefore part of one family, one race, then we can do it. Yes, the task is monumental, but the reward is worth the challenge. If you would like to join us as we change America and inevitably change the world, go to eraseraces.com, sign up today, and welcome to Erase Races, because there is only one race, and you're in it.
Hey, welcome back to Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. Welcome to the new year, brand spanking new.
Yeah.
Woo-woo.
And this is a new, well, everything's new. But this is a segment we're calling Bad Sex Advice Hendrix Found on the Interwebs.
Yes, I have not heard any of these things yet.
I'm
so
so excited.
We're going to get live reactions from me about stuff that she has found. So I'm really excited about this. Y'all, I've been looking forward to this.
I know, and I've been dying to tell her, but I can't. So
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So this one was just a question that I found posted on a public forum.
Okay. Oh God.
Okay, and y'all tell us if y'all like this. If y'all hate it, just thumbs down it. you know, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Is it risky to have sex vaginally and anally at the same time? Like he keeps changing between both holes. Has anyone tried this, or is it a bad idea? Like at the, like going, you know.
Wow.
I went there.
She dropped the deuce on me.
I had to watch a lot of accidental porn to go down this spiral of finding these things.
Y'all, bad. This is bad. You do not go B to V, no A to V. Like, there is so much bacteria. I don't care if you've just given yourself the greatest enema of your life. Like,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Ever.
There's so much bacteria that builds up in the colon and the anus, and the vagina is such a fickle little bitch.
Not meant for that.
She is so fickle.
It's a fickle little flower.
I mean, she can get UTIs from just sex
From
with or without a
looking at
condom.
sex.
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
is so easy. It is so easy. Do not do this. Do vaginal sex first. End with anal if you want to, or if you want to go back to vaginal, you're gonna have to take the time to go wash your junk off.
Yeah.
Really well.
Just change your condoms.
Yeah. Well, yeah, or
Yeah.
wear a condom. And do make sure that if you do use anal, use lube for anal. It's gonna be good. It'll be better.
Lube is the answer.
Lube is your best friend
for
for anal
everything.
sex. Well, and for
Yeah.
vaginal sex. That's true.
Yeah, but all I mean,
Yeah.
I'm picturing it, which is the worst part of this question, and it's just like and they must be young. Like they have to be young to think.
I don't know.
Right?
I have had 40-year-old virgins, and I've literally had to bring out
true.
pictures and
No, that's true.
teach them about sex. So, yeah.
See, okay, yeah.
No.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Oh,
Yeah, I was.
but
Just,
I wasn't picturing it until you said you were picturing it. Now I can't stop picturing
I've
it.
been picturing it for
penis,
days. I can't.
Butt,
it's
vagina,
just
butt, vagina, butt, vagina, butt, vagina.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
No.
gonna be our intro song. But
This is Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. Butt, vagina, butt, vagina, butt, vagina, butt.
please don't fire us, boss lady.
All right.
Okay.
Next.
And I don't know why this is sex tip number 17, but that's what it was labeled. So I need to find 1 through 16
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
dying.
this whole thing.
Okay.
Sex tip number 17.
Okay.
Eye contact. I can't even read it. Okay. Eye contact. Okay. Whew. All right. Stop right in the middle of whatever you're doing, whether you're thrusting, riding, giving head, kissing, fingering, and gaze into his eyes, bite your lip, and then continue doing your thing and watch your partner become ravenous. Stop sex altogether is what this tip is saying.
Look,
And just look at him in the face. Could you imagine?
eye contact is great. Eye contact is great when you're having sex. Eye contact is really great when you're giving a blowjob.
Yes.
Like they do like it when you. I've heard that many men do like it when you look up at them, and but you don't have to stop.
It's the meme that it's the way they're describing it
Yeah.
that makes it sound.
mean,
it's misleading. It's
It
like,
is. It's
stop.
gonna make them become ravenous if you're like
And it
mid
actually
blowjob,
says-
and then you're gonna stop, pull back.
Of anything, like of
What is that?
fingering, of any of it. Stop and look them dead ass in the face and just stare in their eyes. Like,
Look, if my partner did that to me, I would freak
run.
out.
I would
I would
be
freak
like,
out. I'd be like, "What are you doing?
What are you doing? And
You're just looking at me. Why are you being creepy?
Yes.
You're looking at me like my cat looks at me. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
You're
it should
creeping me out.
just, like,
yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I can see it like if you played around with it as like a tease too, where you were like, and you stopped and did a little giggle kind of thing, and then we're like, okay, and then went back. Like that might be fun. Like
Yeah,
if your partner
I get
likes
it.
to be teased, but
If
yeah,
you're yeah.
Okay, one more.
Yeah,
we got time
one
for
more.
one more.
Sex should be a perfect balance of pain and pleasure. Without the symmetry, sex becomes a routine rather than indulgence. Our lovely Marquis de Sade, which people are still
I
listening
like
to.
pleasure spiked with pain, and music is my aeroplane. It's my aeroplane.
I have now left the room. I am no longer.
I mean,
Okay, but sex should be
No.
a perfect balance of pleasure.
if you like pain, if you like pain, then your pleasure can be spiked with pain, or your pain can be spiked with pleasure if you like.
Marquis de Sade who thinks everything's BDSM.
Oh, I love the Marquis de Sade.
Yeah,
though.
but
He was amazing. I never knew him personally; it's way before my time, but I have read his book.
I, however, knew him quite well.
You would, you vampire, you. For those that don't know, Marquis de Sade has been dead for a very, very, very centuries.
But yes,
long
there
time.
should not be pain during sex unless it is safe, consensual, and sane. But that's a different whole other topic.
Yeah, we'll get there someday too. I'm sure we will definitely talk about kink and pain.
Sex should just be pleasurable.
Yeah,
really...
because yes, if you like pain, your pain should be bringing you pleasure.
Yeah,
it's not balancing it out.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
no. Oh, that one was quick. I think we have time for one. Okay, I do think we have time for one last one. And then we'll end the show. One more.
This one's, we'll end it on a good note.
Okay.
Sex advice: pay more attention to your partner than you do your phone.
Than you do your phone?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you're not gonna get the sex if you're always on your phone. So then it's like, maybe pay a little more attention to your partner.
But that's not bad. I was expecting that.
No, I'm saying we were ending on a good note.
Oh yeah, that's not bad advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a good note.
You know,
a friendly reminder to our 5 fans out there that we have right now listening to this show.
That are all in the audience right now.
One being like Jen's mom.
Actually, it's more like my dad, which I don't know what that means. My mom doesn't ever listen to the shows, but my dad does.
But yeah,
so it's kind of funny.
Pay more attention to your partner than you do your phone.
Put the phone down, turn it upside down, spin it around, throw it away, whatever.
That's good
Put it in
advice.
Lockdown. You know, they have boxes now. You like lock up your phone. Yeah, that's good advice. That's not bad.
Like, stop expecting sex if you're always looking at your phone.
Yeah, nobody wants to have sex with a phone.
I mean,
well, some people might. That might be a kink out there. I can't say nobody. There are things.
All
anyway,
right.
So thus ends our first show, our premiere show. Woo! Thanks for hanging out with us.
Did you like my bow tie, by the way?
I did. I love your bow tie.
I will be showing up in sweats and a hat for the rest of for all the shows.
No.
Not a bow tie. I've set the president way too high.
You did. This is our premiere show. We're dolled up a little bit more than we might normally be because we're going to do some photos after this.
Because we're fancy. We're now fancy radio.
Do you drink your tea with your pinky up?
Therapist people.
Do you drink your tea like this? So fancy.
There's Jack Daniels in it. Yeah.
Fancy was a prostitute, according to Reba.
Yeah.
I like music.
Anywho,
on that note, like I said, thanks for sticking around. I am Jennifer Reeves. And
me. I am Hendrix Scott.
We work at Houston Relationship Therapy. So if you would like to schedule a session with us, you can contact look for us at www.houstonrelationshiptherapy.com.
Yes. Our emails are on there.
Jennifer at houstonrelationshiptherapy.com.
Hendrix at houstonrelationshiptherapy.com.
Mm-hmm. If you want to email us about the show, comments, questions, things you want us to look for, you can email us at sexontheedgewithjen@gmail.com. That's one N in both Jen and Hen, by the way. Or on social media.
Actually, our Instagram would be the easiest. Well, we're setting it up so everyone, don't rush. All of our fans, all 5 people that will be. Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook are the same. So
Sex on the Edge.
Sex on the Edge. Sex on the Edge.
Beautiful
is our Instagram and Facebook. So come follow us there, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to our first show.
Yay! Woo! And we out.